Hey there everybody, Manly Starman here. Welcome to part 4 of my Hunger Games series. Last time we tackled the mainline cast of the 3 mainline Danganronpa games, and this time we're doing the Total Drama Season 1 cast. Minus Blanely, mainly because that would leave us with an odd number of competitors, and for the one whole diehard Blanely fan out there, don't worry, she'll get her time. You'll see. As you can see, we have everyone listed in alphabetical order, just like last time. And as for who I'd want to win, well, as much as I'd want to vote for the GOAT Owen, I'm kind of hoping Trent has a good showing here. He got done dirty in the series. I hope he can have a great comeback here. But with all that out of the way, let's proceed to the bloodbath. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Bridget runs. Sierra finds a bag full of explosives. Never a good idea to give that to a crazy person. Noah runs. Duncan runs. DJ runs. Sadie snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Beth runs. Heather runs. Tyler runs. Eva runs. Cody stays at the cornucopia for supplies. Harold, Trent, Lindsay, and Lashana share everything they gathered before running. Owen runs into the cornucopia and hides. Gwen grabs a shovel. Izzy breaks Ezekiel's nose for a basket of bread. Yeah, that definitely sounds like something she would do. Courtney runs. Alejandro runs. Justin accidentally steps on a landmine. Well, he was never one for brains, that Justin. I guess if there was a way for him to go out, it would be this. And Katie grabs a jar of fishing bait while Jeff gets the gear. Day 1. Alejandro explores the arena. Jeff receives clean water. Trent makes a wooden spear. Owen steals from Gwen while she isn't looking. Tyler steals from Duncan while he isn't looking. Balls of steel on Tyler today, apparently. Especially, how do you steal from Duncan? Sadie searches for firewood. Katie and Eva hunt for other tributes. Bridget defeats Sierra in a fight but spares her life. Ezekiel runs away from Heather. DJ discovers a river. Izzy, Beth, and Courtney hunt together. Lashana constructs a shack. Lindsay makes a wooden spear. Cody receives an explosive, which is funny because if you'll remember in TDI, his spear was having to defuse a bomb under pressure, so I guess we'll see how he does with prepping one. And Harold diverts Noah's attention and runs. One cannon shot for poor old Justin. Night 1. Noah, Courtney, and Alejandro sleep in shifts. Gwen tends to her wounds. Cody and Sierra hold hands, so I guess that ship sailed here. Ezekiel thinks about winning, naturally. Owen loses sight of where he is. Trent and Harold talk about the tribute still alive. Bridget and Beth hold hands. DJ, Lashana, and Duncan sleep in shifts. Katie starts a fire. Lindsay, Jeff, Heather, and Izzy tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Tyler thinks about winning. Sadie quietly hums, and Ava screams for help. Day 2. Tyler is picking flowers. Duncan discovers a river. Sadie thinks about home. Lashana overhears Cody and Alejandro talking in the distance. Eva practices her archery. Harold, Izzy, Beth, Trent, and Jeff hunt for other tributes. Sierra and Ezekiel split up to search for resources. Heather practices her archery. Gwen receives a hatchet. Courtney, Lindsay, and Owen hunt. Noah hunts. DJ receives medical supplies. Bridget also receives medical supplies. And Katie fishes. No cannon shots there. Night 2. Owen is awoken by nightmares. DJ receives fresh food. Eva passes out from exhaustion. Harold convinces Gwen to snuggle with him. Ezekiel, Lashana, and Duncan discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Jeff receives medical supplies. Cody stays awake all night. Alejandro and Katie will run into each other and decide to truce. Noah receives a hatchet. Tyler tends to Trent's wounds. Heather destroys Sierra's supplies while she is asleep. Beth, Sadie, and Courtney sleep in shifts. Izzy quietly hums. And Bridget lets Lindsay into her shelter. Day 3. Jeff travels to higher ground. Lindsay sprains her ankle running away from Trent. Katie and Duncan hunt for other tributes. Heather explores the arena. Beth questions her sanity. Alejandro, Bridget, and Courtney hunt for other tributes. Sierra searches for a water source. Cody and Eva work together for the day. Sadie, DJ, Noah, and Owen raid Ezekiel's camp while he is hunting. Tyler practices his archery, probably somehow shooting himself in the process, I imagine. Harold makes a slingshot. Gwen chases Lashana, and Izzy discovers a river. No cannon shots again. Night 3. Bridget stays awake all night. Gwen, Trent, and Noah sleep in shifts. Tyler, Katie, and Lashana discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Lindsay throws a knife into Sadie's head. Izzy defeats Beth in a fight but spares her life. Alejandro looks at the night sky. Courtney and Owen huddle for warmth. He has a lot of warmth to give. Jeff, Harold, and Heather discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Ezekiel and DJ run into each other in truce. Sierra and Cody huddle for warmth. Yeah, the Hunger Games really ships them, huh? Duncan receives a hatchet, and Eva loses sight of where she is. Day 4. Katie fishes. Duncan tends to Tyler's wounds. Sierra constructs a shack. Heather overhears Cody and Beth talking in the distance. Harold receives clean water. Owen scares Trent off. Lashana discovers a river. Alejandro travels to higher ground. Ezekiel collects fruit from a tree. Eva makes a wooden spear. Bridget searches for firewood. Courtney receives medical supplies. Lindsay scares Noah off. Gwen searches for a water source. Izzy injures herself. DJ injures himself. And Jeff is fishing. Another only one cannon shot. Things are moving pretty slowly. Night 4. Bridget destroys Tyler's supplies while he is asleep. Cody is unable to convince Courtney not to kill him. Lashana, Ezekiel, Sierra, Owen, and DJ sleep in shifts. Katie goes to sleep. Harold lets Noah into his shelter. Lindsay, Heather, Gwen, and Beth tell each other ghost stories. Izzy defeats Alejandro but spares his life. Eva passes out from exhaustion. Jeff and Trent sleep in shifts. Duncan sees a fire but stays hidden. Day 5. Jeff goes hunting. Noah overhears Tyler and Alejandro talking in the distance. Duncan stalks Gwen. How you feel about that depends entirely on who you ship those two with. Eva explores the arena. Bridget picks flowers. DJ sees smoke but remains hidden. Sierra is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Lashana receives a hatchet. Courtney overhears Lindsay and Harold talking in the distance. Ezekiel goes hunting. Katie, Owen, Trent, and Beth hunt for other tributes. Izzy discovers a river, and Heather searches for a water source. Another just single cannon shot. Night 5. Courtney is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Owen screams for help. Duncan and Jeff hold hands. DJ and Eva talk about the tribute still alive. Beth sets up camp for the night. Katie convinces Sierra to snuggle with her, I guess with Cody gone. Bridget convinces Noah to snuggle with her. Tyler, Harold, and Lashana discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Izzy passes out from exhaustion. Gwen tries to treat her infection. Heather's doing the same. Alejandro sees fire but stays hidden. Trent quietly hums, and Lindsay lets Ezekiel into her shelter. Day 6. Izzy goes hunting. Owen tries to sleep through the entire day. DJ overhears Harold and Noah talking in the distance. Meanwhile, Bridget overhears Eva and Ezekiel talking in the distance. Lashana and Courtney split up to search for resources. Alejandro camouflages himself in the bushes. Duncan is tending to Tyler's wounds again. Trent and Jeff split up to search for resources. Katie tries to sleep through the entire day. Heather fishes. Beth receives medical supplies. Lindsay runs away from a Gwen. And Sierra camouflages herself. No cannon shots. Night 6. Beth attempts to climb a tree but falls on Izzy, killing them both. Lindsay sets off an explosive, killing Alejandro and DJ. See, now people are dying, holy crap. Courtney receives clean water. Bridget thinks about winning. Trent destroys Gwen's supplies while she is asleep. Oh no. Katie passes out from exhaustion. Eva receives clean water. Noah loses sight of where he is. Owen is unable to start a fire and sleep without warmth. Ezekiel thinks about winning. Sierra quietly hums. Tyler cooks his food before putting his fire out. Jeff receives a hatchet. Harold receives fresh food. Lashana convinces Duncan to snuggle with her. And Heather is treating her infection again. She somehow got. Day 7. Gwen travels to higher ground. Ezekiel fishes. Heather searches for a water source. Bridget searches for a water source too. Owen diverts Lindsay's attention and runs. Jeff, Harold, Sierra, and Lashana hunt for other tributes. Katie attacks Noah, but he manages to escape. Eva receives medical supplies. Trent makes a wooden spear. Courtney is pricked by thorns. Duncan receives firewood. And Tyler receives an explosive. Ooh, an event. A fire spreads throughout the arena. A fireball strikes Owen, killing him. Rest in peace, goat. Tyler survives. Trent survives. Eva survives. Courtney survives. Lashana and Gwen survive. Noah and Heather fail to find a safe spot and suffocate. Katie survives. Harold survives. Jeff, Sierra, Duncan, Ezekiel all survive. The fire catches up to Lindsay, killing her. And the fire catches up to Bridget, killing her. Well then, from having only one person die at a time to 9 cannon shots. Night 7. Harold begs for Gwen to kill him. She refuses, keeping Harold alive. Tyler tries to treat his infection. Lashana and Ezekiel hold hands. Jeff destroys Courtney's supplies while she is asleep. Trent defeats Sierra in a fight but spares her life. Duncan receives medical supplies. And Katie tends to Eva's wounds. Day 8. Harold receives an explosive. Courtney, Sierra, Ezekiel, and Gwen raid Jeff's camp while he is hunting. Duncan defeats Eva but spares her life. Lashana sets off an explosive, killing Tyler. And Trent steals from Katie while she isn't looking. Night 8. Jeff screams for help. Courtney receives clean water. Trent tries to treat his infection. Sierra tends to her wounds. Harold lets Duncan into his shelter, for some unknown reason. Lashana receives food. Katie, Gwen, and Ezekiel discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. And Eva receives fresh food. Day 9. Lashana receives an explosive. So many explosives going around this game. Gwen stabs Trent while his back is turned. Aww. One of these games, the person I pick that I want to win will win. I hope so, at least. There's going to be 24 of these. It's got to happen once, right? Jeff fishes. Eva diverts Ezekiel's attention and runs away. Harold tries to spear fish with a trident. Honestly sounds in character for him. Sierra searches for a water source. Courtney poisons Katie's drink. She drinks it and dies. And Duncan thinks about home. 2 cannon shots. Night 9. Courtney severely slices Lashana with a sword. Courtney is going on the attack now. Gwen and Eva hold hands. Jeff destroys Sierra's supplies while she is asleep. Duncan and Harold tell stories about themselves to each other. Weird how these two are bonding now. And Ezekiel stays awake all night. We have another event, the feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Sierra ambushes Harold and kills him. Duncan, Jeff, and Courtney confront each other, but grab what they want slowly to avoid conflict. Eva stabs Gwen in the back with a trident, I guess as revenge for what she did to Trent. And Ezekiel just doesn't go. Day 10. Duncan forces Ezekiel to kill Courtney or Sierra. He refuses, so Duncan kills him instead. Oh, good job, Zeke. You got over your sexism. I knew you could do it, bud. Jeff sprains his ankle while running away from Eva. 4 cannon shots that time. Night 10. Courtney screams for help. Eva quietly hums. Jeff receives clean water. Sierra tends to her wounds. And Duncan receives clean water. How much are we... Oh, this is the final 5, too. Day 11. Sierra runs away from Eva. Courtney begs for Duncan to kill her. He reluctantly obliges, killing Courtney. Wow. And Jeff accidentally steps on a landmine, so now we're down to final 3. 2 cannon shots. Night 11. Duncan cooks his food before putting his fire out. Sierra receives medical supplies, and Eva stays awake all night. Day 12. Duncan explores the arena. Sierra picks flowers, and Eva accidentally steps on a landmine. Alright, final 2. This next screen could decide it, and it's a third event, wow. A fire spreads throughout the arena. A fireball strikes Sierra, killing her. And with 2 cannon shots ringing out, the winner is Duncan. Well then, honestly, out of all these characters, that makes a lot of sense to me. Let's see, he had 2 kills. Courtney had 3, was that the most? Yeah, everyone else just kind of died on their own, mostly. All those explosives and landmines, man. Well, that might conclude it for this part, but as I sort of alluded to at the start with Blaney, we're not done with Total Drama just yet. So, join me in part 5, where we tackle the rest of the TDI cast. And I do mean, like, almost all of them. Thanks for watching, see you guys then.